Greatest we have ever seen, keeps smashing records. What a performance! Start to finish, domination from Julian Absalon.
Yeah, I think the very first time the bike was really put in the spotlight was when Julian Absalon won the World Championships in 2014 in Norway. He wasn't convinced by the Fourstroke. He let himself convinced, and then he showed everyone that he was still competitive. He won with the Fourstroke, and he kept racing the bike after this.
15 years of Fourstroke history, ridden by some of the biggest names in mountain biking. It's won every title a cross-country mountain bike can win. But it's time for that legacy to continue. It's time to welcome the latest generation of Fourstroke.
As all of the BMC bikes, the Fourstroke was designed and developed to win races. It won from its second generation already. It won World Championships again with the third generation. We won World Cups already with the fourth generation, and yeah, the story will continue for sure. One of the riders actually could test the first prototype. It was more than 2 years ago now. The riders, Filippo and Titouan, could discover and ride test again this bike this year, just ahead of World Championships. And yeah, they were quickly blown away and convinced.
In the curve, you enter the curve, push, and really it sticks to one line.
So
it's like carving on a ski.
Yeah. Can go out faster than you want.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And 2 weeks later, they decided to race World Championships with it.
Representing Switzerland, Filippo.
What we improved is it's all based on a lot of testing. So we have done prototypes, for example, to test the stiffness or the geometry of the new bike. One thing is the kinematic on a bike, but also the shock. It's very important, and we also invested a lot with shock setting. So we have again done a lot of testing to also fine-tune the shock for the best traction and performance. So the geometry is an evolution. It's still a very progressive geometry, but for us most important was to find the perfect balance between everything, and this is where we again invested a lot in testing. Yeah, for everyone who already has an idea about current Fourstroke, the new Fourstroke delivers a more progressive suspension, so it's a lot more predictable what the bike will do.
My name is Valentin. I'm development engineer here at the BMC Impact Lab. I was mainly involved in the Autodrop project, all the details working out. When you're racing, it's much more faster and you're safer on the trail, and it's less exhausting because you don't have to squat down. The dropper is basically a simple auto drop functionality with a coil spring, but we have an added air system inside which pulls it down as soon as you activate the system. The weight of the auto drop is kind of comparable with normal lightweight droppers on the market because it's an integrated system with the frame, but we have the added system with the auto drop functionality.
I mean, the Fourstroke is needs to be a super fast bike.
performance bike to win races. So it's the usual concept we use for these bikes, or we try to work with straight lines, super straight tubes, slack angles and stuff like that to make it look fast. That's our recipe to create speed. Yeah, there was a new requirement that we need to use 2 bottles. At the current one we have 1, so we needed to make space for another one. If I need to describe it in 3 words, the edgy tube shapes we have that give the aggression, the straight tube shapes and lines we have and we use, and maybe on this bike the integration we have for key technology.